Do I still feel tension on the line?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to let it go probably like 20 yards, which is like 60 feet. It's actually pretty far. Yeah, it's a gold for the kit, so it's probably, yeah. And then I'm gonna reel it back and see if I can reel it back. If I start having trouble, I'm gonna give it to Torin.
Caliban, you watch the line as it goes out and follows the current north. A few moments later, there is a fish flopping at the surface on the southern side of the stream.
Oh no.
So he swam to the north because they're swimming north. So Zult's holding a line that's going into the wall north, and then the same fish showed up to the south.
Yeah, that's interesting though, because it's like 60 feet. Oh yeah, bummer.
So it's just it doesn't go anywhere?
No, it should, because if you started here, from here to wherever this goes, and if it comes out here, that means there's 60. Here, that means there's 30 feet of something that we don't see here.
Unaccounted for. Right. Okay.
So Caliban, we tie ropes Caliban and let him swim through.
Yep. I pull the fish back and I say, you're good with 3, right?
Yeah, I'm good with 3.
Okay, then I throw it back in the water. Catch and release.
Well, Caliban, how do you feel about taking a swim?
Well, since I'm apparently not going anywhere but here.
I mean, if anything, you'll just end up back.
If I just keep swimming, I'll just end up, yeah.
Yeah, and you have no problem holding your breath, right?
I don't have to hold my breath. I can breathe underwater.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That's what I meant. You have no problems being underwater, so.
Not from the water itself, no.
Rope around his waist.
You want to tie a rope just to be safe.
Should we tie 2 ropes together too, just to be safe? It's 100 feet.
I mean, we knew 60. Yeah. No, that's a good call. That's a good call. And then tie the other one to Torin.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna hold Torin though. So it'll be Guy and Zult holding onto Torin to make sure the 3 of them, or at least holding onto the rope with Torin.
A negative 4 for Torin on an athletics check is still better than
Still a +4.
I've got a +4 too, so I'll help hold the rope.
Yeah.
Caliban, you jump into the stream and start to swim. The light fading behind you as you travel into a quiet darkness. The only sound is the heart beating in your ears. A short time later, you see light emerging up ahead.
Okay, if I carefully break the surface just so I can see what's up there.
You see your companions looking northward, holding steadfast to a rope.
Shit.
So there was no distance? I mean, it's just a loop of river?
It's like darkness for a bit, but yeah. So,
Okay, guys, we get small mechanical boats, right? Set up puppets, and we have a tour, some kind of cruise.
Right. You know, actually, Caliban, as we're like undoing the rope and getting you back out of the water, you know, we're actually further away than we were before. Do you want to try the looking for a diamond thing? Because you told me it only goes 1,000 feet.
Could. Maybe Kamiya had one hidden?
Well, we can try it, but I should point out we were somewhere in this vicinity when I started looking for Nesamanto. Somewhere not too far from here, and we found him.
Right. But that's 1,000 feet to him, right? But there's 1,000 feet south that we weren't. You know what I mean? Like, it's a big.
I can give it another shot, but I think the 1,000 feet probably covers a good deal of this area. But since we have nothing else to do, why not?
And if nothing pops up, then we just go back to the entrance of the dungeon and hope there's a diamond on the surface somewhere. I mean, maybe your girlfriend has one, Torin.
That's what I was saying. Thinking maybe Kamiya had one in her room.
Oh no, I meant the guide that brought us here.
The other
What?
Your other girlfriend.
Ooh.
The guide that brought us here.
Oh.
There was a guy?
Guide. You're dead. Be quiet.
I'm a guy.
What the hell? I burn another second level spell slot looking for diamonds.
Shit.
Well, shit. Looks Looks like we're going back to the entrance. Do you need any more trout, guy? Maybe we can stock up on food for the way trip back.
Look, if we don't find a way to bring him back,
Now wait, there was that trap that Zult tripped with the fallaway floor.
Mm-hmm.
I could swear farther down in that room there was something on the floor.
That's true.
there was
Yeah,
some sort of But that's
Teleportation circle, maybe?
Yeah, teleportation or something.
Some circle.
Yeah.
Because
If only we Go ahead.
Nessamontu had to get here somehow. He disappeared and got here.
But can any of us use that without?
Yeah, if
fitting?
only we had someone in the party who could.
Depends on what kind of. I mean, if it's I don't know how those things work. You can't just step into them and they teleport you.
It's true.
That's an interesting point.
So here's the deal: if we can't resurrect him, we bring him back to the stream, weight him down, give him his trident, and bury him with the fishes.
Yeah. Bury him with the things that he loved.
He'll be eaten by the fishes.
So we head back, I guess.
Maybe our guide has a diamond. We could check that teleporter. I don't know. Do we want to stop and check with her? And then if she doesn't have one, we know we're too far away from civilization to buy one. So then we go to that teleportation possible circle thing that we saw for a second.
All right, let's check with her first because she may take off any time now.
Right.
Plus,
Yeah,
we're
we should
close.
go.
We're close to the entrance.
Mhm.
All right.
And even though we took a long time to get here, maybe she knows. Maybe there's some other town closer than where we came from.
And
Would your people have diamonds? So aren't you close by here?
yeah, that's actually a good point. I could fly if
Fly
the
there.
curse is gone. I could fly. Yeah. I guess
Well,
we can
well,
find
you know,
out.
if that's an interesting point. Fiddy has a diamond on him worth 100 gold. If we grind it up, I can cast the spell that raises curses.
If he's still.
Assuming that you don't have some weird special curse that.
yeah,
Well, do we think that killing Nessimontu broke the curse?
we can find out. Like we'll be in
beats
the
me.
desert, and
Yeah.
I can try.
So I think we need to make a move.
Let's go.
Every hour counts, I think, at this point.
While we were taking the short rest before we've been here long enough. I assumed we were doing that. Or should we just head to the entrance?
I say we head to the entrance. We spent maybe 10 minutes with this
Yeah.
fish thing?
That's a good
15
point.
minutes?
Yeah, let's go. All right, fearless leader, lead us back to the entrance.
Oh, what? Too far.
No, this is right.
No. I was scrolling.
Oh, you lost it?
And remember,
Oh.
the entrance wasn't right by here either.
Hey, maybe we just put his body out there and get him frozen by the basilisk, and then that'll
Ooh.
just stop the decaying process.
Does the basilisk magic work on corpses, though? Doesn't it mostly use
That's a
living
good
creatures?
point. Good point.
We just prop his eyelids open, or what?
Yeah, we just hold him facing
There were
as a shield.
There were so many places we didn't check when we first came in here.
I know. We just followed the blood.
Maybe I could cast feign death on him and he would only be fake being dead.
So much other. Oh my god! I don't even remember this.
No,
I don't
me
even remember
neither.
an X being on this.
Yeah, that was me.
It's so funny.
There's so many. Oh my god!
Nah, it's to the south here. Yeah.
I know it's right here.
You finally make your way back to the entrance. Hundreds of steps lead up to the surface.
There's
Hell
still
yeah.
so much to the south.
Yeah,
we
I
didn't
know.
even go.
I know. Oh, do we want to cast locate object?
Do we want to cast locate object again? I'm saying.
This is the furthest south we've been on this map. Everyone looks at Caliban.
Yeah, it's Caliban spell slots.
Yeah. How many?
Yeah. Well, if you don't think we're going to need them for anything else, of
Well,
course, I would have to upcast it now.
Oh.
I mean, if I think it's worth it to see if we can.
That's one less fireball.
Yeah,
But
I could just cast fireball. Maybe that would help.
We just get sand, and you just got to do it enough. Change it into a diamond.
why don't we go back to the room with the table, take out the skeletons, the dogmen, put the fish in there, and then bring Kitty back.
Oh no. That's what we do if nothing else works.
Even if he becomes more fish-like, I can hear him now in my head and in my heart telling me that he would want.
Saying that'd be okay. Well, push comes to shove, we just come back. We know
Why
where
don't we check with our guide first and see if there are any other options?
Oh, good point. Let's go up.
True.
Ascending the steps, it lets out onto a landing with a large door separating the fire forge from the Rake Highlands.
I will head up to the doors and push on them.
As you reach for the door, light spreads forth from your hand and the rune on your neck glows. The door silently slides open.
Oh my god, good thing we brought him back instead of freaking Fitty. We wouldn't have been able to get out this door.
Oh, me and Rick have been talking about that for weeks.
Oh man.
Truly, we could jump down the scary sea fire dust hole.
Yeah.
As you finally exit the fire forge, you see 5 camels, their limbs bent and broken, hides torn apart from large teeth. A hill giant faces away from you, raises something to its mouth, then haphazardly discards it and looks to his left. From that direction, a hill giant and stone giant move from around the corner, and he says, "Does anybody speak giant?"
The giant, is that what the giant says?
Does anybody speak giant? No.
That's good.
No, I do not speak giant.
No.
Oh, I wish it said that.
No giant.
He says something in a language you don't know. He shrugs his shoulders and points his finger at the stone giant. Stone giant responds in their language. I need everyone to roll stealth.
Yeah, I really wish I had been using Pass Without a Trace.
I'm not at disadvantage anymore.
That's pretty amazing.
I mean, it's not great anyway, but it could have been worse.
Oh, this place. The
Yep.
giants have taken over.
Didn't we have her staying back from the entrance, though?
Yeah, she is not here. Or maybe
She was staying somewhere else.
Like, where she could see us, but, like, still farther enough away. Well, maybe they found her. I don't know.
Well, we know she's nowhere near now if there's giants around. Unless they ate her.
Can't we just run back inside?
Zult looks around at the group and says, "Are we doing this? Or
Oh, shit, I just remember not feeling at my best right now.
should we fight from the doorway so they can't surround us? Or how are we going to do this? Did the door close behind us when we came through?
Yes.
All right. Looks like this is what we're doing.
We
Zult,
try the door first.
Hey, try opening the door, Torin, on when you can.
All right.
Zolt's going to move up onto this little embankment on the left. Is that like elevated? Okay. From there, he can cast Hunter's Mark on that giant. Yeah, the one in the center to the south. And then he whispers back, "All right, if we can't get back inside, then I'm going to start shooting," which sucks because I'm missing out on a third attack. Or I don't know, guys. Are we fighting? Are we running? What are we doing? Because we
Do they seem to have noticed us?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The stone giant says in common,
The missus was right. They are here.
Ooh, someone sent them.
And the missus?
The mistress.
My wife.
My wife.
Okay.
Oh god.
So I guess the timing on that was really good. I'm gonna take 3 attacks with my longbow. Sorry, I wasn't pressing the button. With my stealth roll of 26, do I get advantage on this first attack?
if you're targeting the one with Hunter's Mark, you will have an advantage.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much. 23 for 19 damage. And then 2 more attacks. A 17 and a 26. That last one is 15 damage instead of 14. And that is my turn. Bonus action, movement. Thank you.
Okay, I will cast Wall of Fire across there. And the fire is pointing out towards the giants. And that apparently, let me see if maybe I can move. And I'll try to get a little bit of cover going there. And that is my turn.
The stone giant moves up, head and shoulders above your wall, and sees you motion with your hands. Picks up a rock off the side of the embankment, hurling it at you from a great distance.
Does he have beautiful hair because he uses head and shoulders? Oh.
Nope.
Oh.
The rock hits with enough force to embed itself in the hillside.
Holy shit.
I will dodge.
The hill giant turns around and picks up the carcass of a camel and starts to move forward.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's gonna use a dead camel. I take out my trout.
Moving forward, he feels the heat from the flames and bellows.
Too hot. Not throw his foot at you.
Aiming, he hurls the camel towards Torin. 15 misses.
Yep.
13 also misses.
Torin's got to feel light on his feet right now because this is the lightest plate armor he's ever worn.
Yep.
This giant will move up and then dash towards your group.
All right, I'm going to try to open it.
The doors swing open at your touch once again.
Okay. And then, yeah, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon as for my bonus action. And it's going to be right here. That's 60 feet. And I'm going to yell out, "Everyone inside!"
Zult's going to turn around, take his free action to say, "But aren't we leaving? Like, I thought we agreed that we can't do anything from inside the labyrinth."
I can feel a little bit better than I am now.
Oh, okay. That's a good point.
Movement.
Nope, I'm staying right there.
Yeah, if he went in, it'd probably close right behind him.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper. Listen to me. They're trying to take my tortillas.
From around the corner, you hear a voice. The individual speaking looks Cataloyan with a lighter hue to his skin. As he runs by you, he slaps you on your shoulder and says, "Thanks, chap. You don't have to tell me twice."
Zult is gonna, let's see here, how much? He's gonna take 2 attacks at the guy he hit before with the hunter's mark. So that's an extra 8 damage on those 2, and then Zult's gonna run in the door. Oh, fireball!
Well, yeah, I will leave them with a little parting gift. A fireball, like great
balls of fire.
right there.
Boom,
Oh.
33.
That's a nice DC.
Yeah. That's a good amount of damage.
The giant's fur is left burning and charred. He's waving his hands about his face. Even from here, it smells pretty rank.
And then I will follow Zult, flipping them off as I go.
Nice. So you insulted them with a fireball and then flipped them off.
Yes.
I'll go in the door.
All right, I'm going to head inside, close the door.
As you move through the archway, the door closes automatically behind you.
That's why I waited. So as soon as the door closes, I'm going to bring my greatsword to this random stranger's, pretty much like pointed at his neck. "Who are you? What do you want? And what are you doing here? Speak now or lose your head."
And who is his daddy?
"Who's your daddy and what does he do?" "Who are you?" "I'm Detective John Kimball."
It's actually pretty good, man. It's actually pretty good.
The individual puts his hands up and says with a southern drawl, "Sorry, I was just trying to get out of this place. The door was open momentarily a couple hours ago. These large fellows were walking back and forth, and I didn't think I'd be able to get past them. So I just hid and bided my time. After that red-haired lady left, the doors closed. I appreciate you saving my skin."
"What do you mean? You saw someone coming out of this place?"
They weren't coming out. You see, it's a long story, and I could probably tell it better if you take your sword off my neck. You don't have to lower it, but just let me put my hands down and we can have a conversation.
Before Torin takes the sword down, why don't we move to take any weapons he might have, maybe bind his hands?
Wait, seriously, is that really necessary?
I don't know who this guy is. We're in the middle of nowhere. What is he even doing here? He rushes in. He could be anybody.
I'd been wandering this godforsaken maze for days. You have no idea. Here, take my things. My dagger, my rapier, even my loot.
It's even worse than I thought. He's a bard.
I waited at the steps, hidden around the corner. The doors opened and some light seeped through. I looked out and there was this beautiful, young, red-haired lady, probably in her 20s. Stunning, really. I consider myself a southern gentleman, you see. But if someone has the keys to this place, and I'm not really sure they should be considered the most trustworthy. Except you, good sir, considering you saved my life. It's a long story. Is this the best place to hear it? Y'all got a camp or something?
Question. You keep mentioning the door. You mean the door that we just came through?
Yes.
You were inside, and then the door opened,
Yes.
and then you saw the red lady on the outside. Okay. How did you get in here?
The last thing I remember was crossing a brook in the middle of the jungle when I suddenly found myself in this oppressive place being chased by lizardmen.
Being chased by lizard men, you say? Not dogmen.
Nope, they were lizardmen.
He turns and points to a southerly direction.
I was on a vacation with one of the good merchants of the Catalonian Empire. He had me come out to his villa on one of the islands to the west of the main continent. I went there and we had a good time, probably had a few too many drinks. We went out into the jungle and he showed me where he and his men worked. They pulled this amazingly sweet fruit known as the Catalonian cantaloupe. Apparently the only place you can get it. We were walking through this maze of trees, the jungle you see, and suddenly we heard a rustle of noise from deeper within the jungle. And wouldn't you know it, the biggest blue lizard man you ever saw carrying this 8-foot-long sword and a bunch of the other green ones behind him. I'm just an entertainer, if you will. I'm not really sure what happened to the merchant, because I turned and hightailed it as fast as I could through the jungle. Looking back, I thought I lost them. A bit later, I came to a spring, tried to wet my whistle. As I reached down to it, it felt like it pulled me in, and before I knew it, I was standing in a cramped hallway of wherever this place is.
Can you bring us back to where you came into this place?
I imagine so. I didn't close any of the doors and I marked my way. I could probably get us back.
Yes, we did the same.
Well, of course, all experienced adventurers do this.
Of course.
Well, Caliban, do you believe it?
Gosh, I don't know. If only someone could cast some sort of spell that would make him tell only the truth.
After we sleep, I can do that. I was hoping to bank on your natural intuition.
I've listened to his story. What do I think about his story?
I'll do the same. I'll roll an insight if you'll let me. All right, Caliban and Zult rolling insight.
Shit. That's why this is why I wanted you guys to do it.
Wait, I want to. I don't count, but I just want.
Just for laughs.
If we're doing that, then let's see.
Hey,
That
Oliver,
would
you're
be it.
dead, but if Fiddy was alive.
With a -4, I would be rolling a 9.
Oh, you totally believe him.
Nice.
You believe him more than your own life story. Soon to be King Torin. Do we believe this guy?
He looks at you with a blank face and says,
I'll swear that's the God's honest truth.
I believe him.
Yeah. He doesn't really look bright enough to tell a convincing lie, so.
I'm just an entertainer. And you either go to college or you go on tour.
Torin immediately drops the sword and kind of leans on it almost.
Like from in Princess Bride. All right, let's follow this guy. Wait, before you were in the brook, how far away from you were you from like a city, like a population center?
It is a small town, or like a vacation resort, really. I was supposed to go there and play some songs for the wealthy merchant and his dinner guests.
Right. Hold on. Wealthy merchant. What kind of merchant? What is he dealing?
Mainly produce. You see, this island is the only place where these cantaloupes grow.
This resort, a lot of wealthy people there?
There is the one big manor house. I guess it's his vacation home, where he was hosting some of his friends.
Did you meet his wife?
I don't think so. He didn't introduce me to anyone in that way.
That's
How far
interesting.
is it from there, the next kind of major town or civilization?
He reaches to pull out a map. Do you let him?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you put away his sword, right? So yeah.
Roll initiative.
As he's looking at his map, Zult just leans over and is like, wealthy guy, he's got to have some jewels or diamonds or something, right? And we've got enough money. We should be able to buy it off of him. I mean, you guys have enough money. I don't have any money. Yeah, I mean, this seems like a better option than fighting giants and then wandering through the desert.
True. We have nothing else really holding us to this land, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Zult, you were trying to get home to your people.
Yeah, but I mean, here's the thing, right? If we get to wherever this is, it's still in Catal, which is not far from here. I mean, if my curse is gone, then I could just fly home. It'll take a while.
I don't know about that, friend. It took quite some time to travel here by ship. It's the furthest most island to the west. He opens up the map and points to the Anazaran main continent to the east, then points to the city all the way to the westernmost island. I got dropped off here, which is a bit of a podunk place. Probably got to go 4 or 5 days up this way, and you're going to fly all the way back here? It's going to take you quite a while, though.
I guess the only other option is I just... Why don't you all stay right here? We're at the top of the stairs, right? Okay.
I'll open the door.
No. Hold on. According to the curse, what happened to me before, when I got up into the air, I would get locusts all over me.
Yes.
And then when I landed, they would come off and like eat everything in the area. I'm going to remove my armor because I can't fly with it on. I'm going to cut the ropes binding my wings. And then I'm going to leap off of the stairs and try and glide and fly down to the bottom. So that way, if when I land and locusts come, they'll eat everything around there and not hurt my party. Is that cool?
You see Zult, who is a bit nervous as he shakes out his wings, then leaps into the air and floats lazily down this descending stairway, his wings spread wide. Landing at the bottom, he turns to look back up toward the rest of the party without issue.
Wow. I fly back up and I meet them in the middle as they're walking down, and I've got a big smile on my face.
You can go home.
Wow.
See your people. You have no obligation to stay with us if you don't want. We're talking about your home.
Right.
And your life?
Yeah. He takes off the boots of Elvenkind, which have like 3 claws openings on the front, and as he removes them, I assume they like reform, and he hands those back to Caliban. He keeps the bow though. He asks if does anybody want my breastplate? I can't wear it and fly at the same time.
We'll hold on to it until we see you again.
Okay. He realizes that with everything he's carrying, he can't fly with all this weight. Holy shit. I didn't realize how heavy everything was. Yeah, he just starts taking stuff out of his bag. There's manacles, pythons. He hands a holy potion of healing to Torin. The shovel he hands, just one. He hands a shovel back to Guy and says, you used this last time. If you guys need it again, here. What else? Those vials, he hands 2 vials to whoever wants them. Crowbar he hands, if you guys need a crowbar anyway. Yeah, that's everything. And then he just takes his money pouch and he hands it to Torin and he says, "You've all more than earned this, and I'm not gonna need it in my village."
Gee, can we have the chalk you apparently have in your inventory? That might be useful.
Sure. I mean, I handed it to Fiddy, but he stopped doing it after a while. But
Oh, okay.
That's why the things were marked in the beginning.
Yep, because I gave it to Fiddy. But yeah, I gave you guys 10 pieces of chalk. Oh, the fishing tackle in case you guys want to go fishing again. I've got candles. I've got so much random shit in my inventory. Bells, pouches, sacks. Man, I didn't realize how much of a pack rat Zult was. And wood carver's tools for whoever wants them. All right.
Your encumbrance, you're within 6 pounds of being over encumbered.
Yeah. I didn't realize that.
I'm gonna walk up to Zolt. Torn puts his hand on his shoulder. We couldn't have done this without you.
I couldn't have done it without all of you.
I know I promised that I would help to see you home, and I ultimately failed to keep that promise.
No. This is as close as you guys can get. Your journey, and I motion towards Fiddy. Your journey and his life depends on you going elsewhere. This is important.
We'll see each other again.
You guys know where to find me, and I take Silas's map and I mark in the mountains where the village is, exactly where it is. Say, if you're ever in the neighborhood, come say hi.
Silas, who is standing off to the side, rolls up his map, placing it in the case, and slings it back over his shoulder. Standing apart from the group during this moment in the final farewell of Zult, the sailor, Aarakocra.
We're sorry Fiddy is not here.
Just tell him I changed into a fish and that I was a delicious dinner.
We will. What he would want.
And I think if the jungle, wherever Silas is taking you, doesn't work out, just do the fish idea and put him on the table. Zolt comes over and he shakes Guy's hand and Caliban's hand. And to Caliban he says, "Thank you for letting me use the boots, if only for a while."
You're welcome.
Guy, thank you for your food. I've never tasted anything like it, and I will tell tales of it at my village.
I take out one of the trout, the one I filleted, and I hand it and go, "Here. So this will do you good while you're traveling."
I can eat it in flight. It's amazing. Thank you. And I go over to Fiddy's body and I put a hand on his shoulder and I say, "You are the most interesting, weirdest, kind of stupid wizard I've ever met. And I'm really going to miss you." All right, Torin, would you mind walking me up?
Of course. Why don't we all stay a little close to me for a minute? Within 30 feet.
Okay.
We can all see you out, Zolt. We owe you that much.
I appreciate that. Caliban, meta question. How long does the flame wall last?
Wall of fire is, it's only up to a minute, so it's gone.
Okay. I'm going to have to
Be quick.
avoid some rocks.
What's your flying speed? It's like 50.
Yeah, it's quick.
It could turn you into a giant eagle. You could fly at 80.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that until you, that'll give me what, an hour?
How long does polymorph actually last?
1 hour.
It's an
1
hour.
hour.
But I mean, if you need to concentrate on something else, don't worry about it because I can fly with my wings too. So
Just
as long as
to get out of the danger zone here.
I appreciate that. Thank you. That really does make a difference.
Before you get changed, Torin's going to hold out his hand for the Beastmaster handshake.
Yep. Zolt comes in for it.
May Tempest guide your honor in battle. And from my last second level spell slot, I'm going to cast Aid.
Oh wow. So that's an extra 10 HP?
Yes. No, second level only. So it's 5.
5. Okay.
So your maximum and current hit points are increased by 5 for 8 hours. So I'm going to choose Zolt, Guy, and Caliban.
Nice. Zolt kind of feels himself bolster a little bit more hardy. Smiles at you. Says, "I'm never going to forget this time of my life. And I couldn't have done it without all of you."
be with your family. Then Torn, that doesn't say anything else.
Nope. I imagine we're up at the door at this
Yep.
point.
I open
Standing
the door.
Torn reaches across towards the doors, and once again, his hand lights up, along with the rune on his neck. As a giant eagle, you see 2 hill giants and a stone giant who are holding big boulders. As the door opens wider, they raise the rocks into a throwing position. The eagle takes off from within the doorway, wings beating mightily. The hill giant says something to the stone giant as it releases the boulder it was holding. Its gaze follows Zult, flying high over their heads, banking back on the wind towards the north as the light of the sun drops below the peaks of the Rake Highlands. Zult, free of his curse from Nessamontu, makes his way back to his tribe. The party turns and heads back down the steps where you find Silas standing at the bottom. Taking in the group, he says,
It was back this way.
pointing his thumb over his shoulder.